and we're showing you what needs to be, what we're talking about today on the topic today. It's all around Ibrahim Traore and great leaders. And as you know, we do that on this platform on a regular basis. We talk about the great leaders that we have. Oh, sorry about that. I may not have done something. Let me check. I forgot to do something. You'll be here with me. You'll see me in a second. Just give me 1 second. I just realized I didn't realize I hadn't done that. So let us have a look. Is it in? Yeah. You should see me. I should be on the screen now. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Oh, okay. Give me one more thing as well. 1 more minute. I will be doing something briefly. So I need to just check something quickly. Just give me a minute. A quick change. Just here, bear with me. I need to do something quickly. I forgot. It should always be done before, but we will come back. So those of you on YouTube, please subscribe to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. Help us grow the platform. We do need your support. Very, very important that we do so. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just getting everything ready, and you will see in a minute why. There we go. Okay, so now I think we can begin proper. I believe we can begin proper. Okay, so we're gonna put everything up and do what we normally do. Yeah. Okay, so we're just trying to make sure we got everything lined up and get everything prepared as we normally do. Okay, they'll be watching a number of videos and talk about things a lot. So in this broadcast, but we want to do that because I think it's important for us to do this. Raise that awareness in our communities and all of that. So thank you very much. As you're watching, you're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're shortly going to go live on TikTok as well. There's a lot to cover on the topic today. It's about the great work being done by Ibrahim Traore. He's really showing us what needs to be done, and we need to continue to support. Where am I? Good point. Sorry. Just trying to get everything going. Yeah, here we are. So, greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth about. Help share. Do me a favor. Can you share that broadcast as you're seeing it? I'm going to be doing a lot more work in Yoruba version as well on Oduduwa TV radio, because I recognize I'm putting a lot of effort in speaking English in Citizen AY, which is great. But I also want to actually promote Oduduwa TV radio, because that's where we'll be speaking a lot of English and get people to really join us. So let me get this going as you're watching. I'll put it up. I'll share that. So let us share this as you're watching. Right, greetings and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll share it far and wide. I'll share it to as many people as I can. I'll be on TikTok also briefly, but let me just make sure. Not briefly, I'll be on TikTok. I'll be on as many platforms as possible, because we need this information out there and we need to continue to raise awareness. So if I step away from the desk for a minute, it's not because of anything. Just wait for me. I'll be here. I'm going to put the topic up as well so that you can get an idea, get a sense of what we're saying. And I will come and give you further updates on that. It's very important that we do so. There's a lot of great work that we need to do. And collectively we are achieving this. There are a lot of things happening, and I want you to know that there is a forward movement in what we're doing collectively. But let me quickly put this here. Sorry, 1 second. So as you're watching, please do watch and share. You know how we do. Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're gonna get everything going, but I wanted to make sure that I've got things in place so that when we begin properly live, you can get everything. And please don't forget, as you're watching, if you want this hoodie, you're very welcome to just get in touch via email, which I will put on the screen. I'll get everything ready. Sorry about that. I want to get everything ready. So you'll be able to hear it all. You'll be able to see all of this. Yeah, we're just getting ready. So just bear with me. Share the broadcast hit like, give notification button. We are coming every day as much as we can, and please subscribe and help us reach more people. So that's the information on there. There's a more that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Ibrahim Traore as always, and we'll mention the others as well. Simigota General Chani always do. But we want to talk about one or two things. There's a man there that you see in the picture next to him. His name is Guys Mario Sana, a great guy working for Africans. We'll talk more about him and what he's gone through and things like that. And we need more men like that across the whole of Africa, standing up, men and women, men and women. So let me just do this whilst we're doing that. I want to make sure that everything is. Oh, yeah. Why did you log me out for? Okay, 1 minute. Just give me a minute. We'll go back in there. I don't know what's happened. Okay. I don't know what happened, but we will do it. I don't know. Something seems to have just kicked me out. So give me a minute, please. So we're just trying to get that back in there. Okay, so give me 1 second. Oh, there's a bit of a problem here. Okay, let me do that with that. Let me say, okay, we will try something here. Just give me a minute. You may see me go off the screen. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec. I don't know what's happened, but something just changed on my normal login. And I was expecting to be in there already, but suddenly it just went somewhere else. So we're trying to locate that. Just give me a minute. I'll be there shortly. Give me a minute, please. We will get there. Yeah, just give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Do bear with me. How am I doing this now? Okay, let me go and check something on here. I may be able to get around it another way. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So just want to make sure we got things in the way it should be. I have the information. I just need to be able to get access to certain things because I don't know why it got kicked out. So I'm really surprised about that. I wasn't expecting that at all. I don't want to interrupt what is going on the screen right now, and I wanted to give you that update. But it's better that I do this in the right way rather than get it, get it all. Nope. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We will talk about things. I will talk about it then in that case. Yeah, I will talk about things and I want you to really understand. And that's what we want to do. Okay. That's fine. Thank you. We will do. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to make sure we got this right. So I'll find pictures and things that I can show you. I don't want to take too much stuff and talk about things too much in a way. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Okay. Live info. Yeah, it's not obstructed. I'm here. You can see me. Okay, moderators. So let me see. Moderators. No, not remove. I've put them in. Got it. Okay. Go live. Do you want to make sure I get this right? Ibrahim Traore. Okay. Launches construction. So I'm going to do IB. Launches construction company. Yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to do this. Camera roll. No, okay, yeah. So just give me a minute, please. Those of you watching, I'll be back soon. I'm just trying to check everything before we go ahead. So it's taking me some time, but I'll be back shortly. I need to check one or two things and I'll be back. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Yeah, okay. I don't want to start all of that first. So I'm going to get some more information in the background as well, because I've got some new things that they talked about and they don't want me to share certain things in a particular way. So I may have to do it in a slightly different way. I'll talk about it and bring that on air as I speak to you. It's a lot to talk about, and also I want to talk about IMF and World Bank. We'll come and talk about that as well. It's very important that we do that. So just give me a minute, please. As you're watching, just share the broadcast. I'll come back shortly. I will be back shortly. I just need to give me a minute to get everything set up. It needs to be set up in a way that functions. And yeah. Let me go. I'll be back. I'll be back shortly. Okay. 1 minute. I'll be back shortly. I'll be back shortly. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, we're back now. We're back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, we're gonna go live now. I just want to just check one or two things. I have to adopt, slightly alter how I'm doing the broadcast, but I will try nonetheless. Thank you for your understanding. And we're gonna go live on TikTok as well. Please share the broadcast as you're coming in. We really appreciate your support. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We have a few things to talk about. We might cover a wide range of topics, but as you know, there are things I will normally do. So before we go into the main topic, I'll invite others to join me. I'm trying to build what they say on TikTok. There are a number of things that they ask me to do, but I'm trying to find people that are like-minded. I can't just bring by people that we don't have same thinking. So I'm going to try and find one. If I don't, I'm not going to join them because I don't want to change topic. I'm focused on what we are trying to achieve here, and on Africa, and it's really important. So I'm not going to do anything on that for now. I'll leave it for now. We will leave it for now. Greetings. As you're watching, please do share the broadcast. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Can we get to 7,000 likes today, please, before we start on YouTube, TikTok, and also on YouTube? You can subscribe and share and grow the platform. The more you share, the more you're helping us. I know YouTube have been playing a number of games with me of late in terms of monetization, but that's fine. We will do what we can, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Greetings and welcome. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We need to make sure we do certain things in the right way. Oh, I like this. Fantastic. It is very important, and I'm actually going to share this particular topic here because I quite like what I've just seen. We have to claim back our land as Africans. We need to claim back our land. There is no two ways about it. And we cannot be allowing those who enslaved us, who took everything that we have, to continue to enslave us in their own systems. Everything they create is a system. The religion is a system. The monetary system is a system. The education is a system. The government is a system. All of it is systems designed to enslave us. So let us make sure we are very aware of that. Let me do something as I'm doing this. Let me just go here. I want to just focus on this. Please, as you're watching, please, can you subscribe and donate to subscribe to us? Can you do that, please? We'd love that you can subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak with the power. We have one or two things that we'll be sharing as well. Let's make it interactive. Let's make sure we help each other as best as we can, and your support is needed in doing the work, the very important work that we're doing on the platform of raising awareness about our rights in our local languages. Tap the screen, please. Can you tap the screen as you're watching? We really do appreciate you. We appreciate everything you're saying, and we want to be involved in that. It's very, very important. Let us go ahead and do some more work. I'm going to get there. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to cover. So tap the screen and share. Tap, tap, tap. Keep tapping. Let's get to 7,000 likes, please. Can we get to 7,000 likes? That would be much appreciated. Let's get to 7,000 likes. I'd like that. 7,000 likes. And thank you for those of you who are participating in that process. Greetings, greetings, greetings. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to the power. The thing is, we're going to talk about this great man here, Ibrahim Traore, and there's a man next to him. I'll tell you a bit more about him and what is going on. Now, I might not be able to share some of the videos. I'll see what I can do in terms of video, because I don't want it to be, I have to be careful what I'm doing. But what I want to do is, there are some videos that I watch sharing and talking about what they're doing in there and how that is impacting what we are doing collectively. So as you're watching, please tap the screen and share. share the broadcast. Let us reach more people. Give the platform, and we really do appreciate your support. It is really important that we continue in the work that we're doing. There's so much more. Windrush Ruby, thank you very much for joining us, and you know, Abba and everybody as you're watching. We all have a role to play in freeing Africa, and I am so grateful that many of you are joining and you're spreading the word. um, there is a lot more to say. There's a lot more for us all to do, and we need to raise awareness. It is really about three things that I want you to know as an African: that you are sovereign, that you have authority, and you have power over your land. And we need to really manifest that. Kitten, greetings and welcome. I'm going to be I will say hi to people as I'm seeing you on the screen. And make sure to acknowledge everybody coming in, and I appreciate your support in what we're doing. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to build a community focused on achieving freedom for Africa. We all have a very important role to play in freeing Africa from bondage. Relentlessly, you know, whatever situation that we find ourselves because of the way the system has actually cleverly got us to be serving its own objective rather than our own objectives. Whatever situation that you are in, once you start connecting, this is something that is from the ancestors telling you it is time. Africa, now it's time for us to wake up, and that is why you are here watching this broadcast. It is very important that we carry on in that work. Please continue to tap the screen. Let us get to 7,000 likes. Like I said, 7,000 likes. We got to 6,000 yesterday. Let's get to 7,000 likes today, and that will be great. There is so much more to talk about, and of course, as ever, I keep saying it: sovereignty, authority, and power. And whilst I'm going to switch between what I'm seeing on the screen. I want you to also take a moment and look at the GoFundMe for our women and men that are illegally enslaved in Arab countries. They've been illegally enslaved in Arab countries, and we need to put a stop to that. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness me. What have I done? I've gone too far the other way. Here we are. Okay, so just trying to make this thing work. So as you're watching, tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Share, broadcast. Reach as many people as you can with the broadcast. We do need your support. Without yourself, we won't be able to do anything. Let's get to 7,000 likes on the broadcast before we begin, and that will be very much appreciated. I'm really glad that you are able to spend the time, you know, to be able to be part of this this momentous period that we're in. There is an awakening going on among Africans. We are waking up. Anthony, greetings. Density, greetings. And everybody, as you're coming in, I'll be saying hello to you where possible, and of course share the broadcast. Let us get to 7,000 likes. I know we can do that without a doubt. It is important that we do that, because what we want to do now is we need to build our community. We are all we got. We need to understand that we are all we got. We have the power to make this change. Now, I also know that TikTok are depressing the numbers of people viewing. We know that. Somebody was telling me this yesterday. Okay, just over 1,000 likes now. Thank you very much for that. Let's continue. Let's get to 7,000 likes. We will definitely get there. But like I said, as we are watching that, take a minute and look at the pictures of African women in, you know, handcuffs in Iraq. They are in Iraq. There's about between 1,000 and 5,000, maybe possibly more, African women are enslaved in Iraq right now. And what does that mean? Their passport is taken away from them. They are given a photocopy of their passport. And that means that anything can happen to them anywhere. Greetings, Favondi, and Arabic writing, greetings. So what we are saying is that, and I've said it time and without number, African Union is doing nothing to resolve this. ECOWAS is doing nothing to resolve this. SADC is doing nothing to resolve this. East African community, you know, whatever they call themselves, they're doing nothing. So it is left to you and I to raise the awareness among ourselves. There's another thing I will be talking about, and I want your involvement in this as we're talking later on. I want us to start looking at what is going on the African continent. Do we know the number of, you know, are we aware of everything going on the African continent? That must be our focus as Africans. If you think about it, many of us are many Africans have gone into Europe or America to seek a better life. But we are rooted in Africa. We need to know what's going on. We need to be able to actually participate in what is going on and be able to change this drain of Africans from our continent, as well as our resources being looted. That is what is impacting us. So we need to share information among ourselves. Please take the time to go and subscribe to Citizen AY on Circle. I shared it yesterday. CIRCO, Circle. I shared it yesterday. So it is very important that we continue to do that work. Do let me know if you can hear me. If my voice is muffled somewhat, do let me know. But I think I can see the dials going up. It is really important. So go back to the African women and men. There are African men and women right now as I speak that are enslaved in Arab countries, even in Lebanon. Even in Lebanon, I believe I've shown a video where the African woman was saying that the Lebanese, they don't cater or care for when the bombing is going on right now. When they try and look for shelter or something, because they're Africans, they are turned away. Now and many of you that are Africans and you're supporting Israel, and I'm not supporting Israel, you're supporting the Palestinians and all that, or taking sides. You need to understand that when push comes to shove, you are not their priority. We have to make ourselves our priority. Why is it that African Union is not addressing those issues in Arab countries? As soon as something like that happens, African Union, ECOWAS, SADC, they should all come together and ensure that every African is out of that situation. But of course, because we've been conditioned to accept injustice, we've been seen as the people that they can exploit and nothing is going to happen. And that is why they're doing what they're doing. They know that there are no consequences for their actions. We have to make it patently obvious to anybody around the world that if you mistreat or ill-treat any melanated person, there will be consequences for such action. There will be consequences for such action. But we're not there yet, not by a long shot. And that is why we keep saying, pagan hunter, okay, greetings. That is why we are very, very clear in saying that for us as Africans, we need to start writing our own narrative, taking control of what is happening on our continent, being aware of the things that are happening. How many of you know the number of people that are being unalived across the continent? How many of us are aware of that in various areas? We are not. But we are being force-fed what is going on in Middle East, in Ukraine and all of that. But do you know that there are more people that are being unalived on the African continent on a daily basis because of the military bases that are training terror groups to carry out, unspeakable acts on the African continent against fellow Africans? And these are the things that we are not aware of. So one of the things I'll be doing is that we need to start sharing information. If you are in a particular area and you have figures, we need to start sharing it so that we all know such things live on air. It is so apparent that we need to do that. I'm talking about this generally now because we need to be aware that our information, the real information that we need to be able to make informed decisions, has to come from us. Because the information that we have been given before has been designed to serve the purposes of those who provided that information. The information that we've been given by the mainstream media is designed to serve the purposes of those who created those media, and not for our benefit to know the information that is relevant to us for us to make informed decisions. So when we are listening to what they're saying, it is to take our minds out of Africa, to take our focus away from that, focus on what is happening to others, but ignore what is happening to us. So we need to flip that. The best way for that is for us to have our own media. So please, when you're watching this, you are really doing something for us here. J. Prempe, greetings. Donovan Marsh, greetings. So what we need to do more and more, the mainstream media, they never tell us the real story. No. They tell us what they want us to know and what they want us to react to for the benefit of the entire system. Remember, I said at the beginning, the system is designed to focus. The religion is a system. Education is a system. It is a part of the white supremacy system. Business is a system. IMF World Bank is a system. Governance is a system. And please bear this word in mind. I've not said it for a while. When you hear about God, please bear in mind it just simply means government of the day. But that's another topic that we'll go into later on. Government of the day. So it is very interesting because when they say you are praying to God, you are praying to a government. But keep in mind, you are the sovereign. You are, of course, the sovereign. And sovereign is the people who have the power to hold their governors to account. And we have not done that, exercise that power. It is time we begin to do so. I also happen to I don't subscribe to the idea that about Africa following democracy. Democracy is just an empty word. It means nothing. It is there designed to make us Africans want to comply to what they're telling us. You have to be democratic. You have to do this. While they are busy looting away our resources. All of those systems is designed to actually disempower us as Africans. So continue to tap away, please. I do need your help and support. What we are doing here is to get us to be having our own regular spaces where we can speak, where we can chat, where we can communicate, where we can exchange ideas, where we can, a safe space for us to actually begin to hear suggestions and actions that we can take collectively to free Africa. There is a wind of change happening. A lot of people are waking up daily. I'm just by the comments I'm getting on the platform, the various platforms, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, about the awakening happening. It's a strong indication to me that there are people who are ready. We are ready to go to the next, to vibrate to a higher level. We've been kept at the lower level, in our chakra, which is to just react and not be able to actually, vibrate at a very a higher consciousness. And we need to begin to change that. All of these things are all interconnected. But please, Lynette Nyako, greetings to you. Wow, great to have you back here again. Please, let's start. We want to get to 7,000 before we begin. 7,000, come on. Let us do that. It's important because, you see, what we're trying to do, I want to give as many people as possible the opportunity to be able to join this broadcast, to hear the very important information that we're going to be sharing, and also to continue to encourage us to know that in the end, the change that we seek must begin with you and I as Africans on the continent. So the one of the things I will be sharing here is the key steps we must take within our community to get to the point where, we are now aware of what is going on and we are informing our communities about what is happening so that they can no longer be exploited. Africa has been exploited for so long. We have been so used to, we've been conditioned to accept exploitation as a natural part of our daily lived experience. And it is wrong. It is wrong. We should not do that. Exploitation of our people, of our land, of our resources. And then for those who do that same thing, to now stand and then look at us and go, oh, actually, you know what, it's my right. I have that right. You have to do what I tell you, when you're on African land. That's why so many of them are doing what they're doing. And we need to change that. It is up to you and me to begin to change that narrative. So we need to be talking about giving ourselves very important information that's going to empower our communities, right down into the communities, to be able to protect and defend themselves, to be able to stand up for themselves. And actually, then the more they stand up, those who are in government will have no choice but to do what the wishes of the people. And that is why we talk so much about sovereignty, authority, and power. Those are the things that we want you to hear in your language, in your local Yoruba language, your African language. Obalashe, àṣẹ àti agbára, sovereignty, authority, and power. Between, and I encourage us all as we're talking, get used to hearing a lot of your African languages. And we are very good at really communicating, using our local languages. It is very, very, there are some powerful things in there. And that is why they don't want us to speak it on our continent. And we can't allow that to happen. If the French can speak French, if the French man or woman can speak French on the French soil, then why can't a Yoruba man or a Ghanaian or a Gambian speak their own language on their soil? Why do they have to speak the language of the colonials? So this is why we are taking back control by doing that. Our language is a very strong part of this, taking back control on our soil. And we need to rebirth and bring in the culture, the language, the food, and all of that. And make sure we support our farmers. I've said this yesterday. Africa has the most fertile land in the entire world. Our farmers, by dint of that fertile land, and if being allowed to compete on an even on a level playing field, they are going to be. We are one of the richest people on the planet in terms of the land that we possess, the resources and everything, But what has been done is that many of our farmers Europe subsidizes heavily each farmer, but they tell African countries, oh no, part of what we are going to give you as a loan is that you mustn't subsidize your farmer. You have to let market forces dictate the price. But they have actually supported their own farmer to be able to compete and actually lower the prices through funding. That is why we're saying it's time for us as Africans. We cannot allow their systems to control our lives on our continent. It's really, really important. 3.1 thousand likes. We're almost there. Let's get to 7,000 likes. Can we do that? And before we start, it is really important, and I really would appreciate your support in achieving that. It's very, very important. Damn it cute. Thank you. As you're watching, if you can subscribe or follow us or gift the platform. Those of you who are on YouTube, also share the broadcast. Let us reach more people. We would really like that to happen. Again, what you're seeing on the screen is a live situation as we speak in over 10 to 15 Arab countries. I think it's about 10 or 15, I'm not quite sure. There are Africans enslaved. African Union is doing nothing about it. ECOWAS is doing nothing. SADC, East African Community, whatever they call themselves, and all of those bodies, they do nothing to address the illegals, the unfair and the inhumanity of taking away African passports from African men and women in Arab countries, and also we have kidneys removed and all of that. These are things we're talking about. So it is important that what we do here, that you can magnify it by sharing the broadcast. 4.9, okay, 4.9 thousand likes. Let us get to 7. I'd really like that. It's very important that we continue. And I will, like I said, I'm going to talk some more, but it is very important that we continue to actually share the broadcast to reach more people. Share it to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, to 10. I will just be singing a song. If you like the hoodie, the price is right there next to me on the screen. You can see it there, and you can email me. I've got an email address, admin@citizenay.org. The hoodie is 40, the beanie is 20, and just by PayPal me, /ODTVR, and of course, if you want to donate to the GoFundMe, but you don't want to do it via the GoFundMe itself, via PayPal, you can also equally do that. Just put the RAFEIAC, put it as a reference point in there in brackets, then I'll know the funds is meant to go directly to fund and support our men and women that are enslaved in Arab countries. It is important that we do that work. Adnan, greetings. It is important that we continue to do this work. There is a lot of work to do. And that's why you see I take the time before I do the broadcast, I always talk about this. Because now we need to know we have the power to make the change. We have the power to compel African governments to feel shame that their responsibilities that they have abandoned the African people are now making sure that they do it, through such an action. So imagine we next week I would love to come to a place where Adnan, I'll bring you in. I'll add you, Adnan. Okay. I'd like to come to a place where I get to a point whereby I can help one of the ladies certainly with the funds. She's got some of the funds, and she needs to get the other half. She's got about $800. She needs another $800. $1,400 to $1,600 they want from them, and that's the crazy thing. And why is it that you're having to pay for your own freedom? And why is it that African Union is not doing that? And that is why this program is so important. So greetings, Adnan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What would you like to say? Let's hear from you briefly before we start properly. Greetings, Adnan. Are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
I'll just
Thank you.
I'm really glad that you are here and still carrying on with people.
Yes.
I do your show sometimes while I was carrying on TikTok, but we are still here and we need the same thing. Understand? We same the messenger which we need to carry on and talk about. Understand? It's very, very important. Understand?
Absolutely.
And then I think the necessary thing is you really need some members from all Africa countries. You understand? You really need that list of that because sometimes it should be like be invited to the group, understand, and listen to the opinions. Between neighbors and each other, which is important that we need to deal between ourselves, understand, and figure out how we're going to do that. Because actually, right now in Africa, there is nothing like that exists. Understand? We do deal with the stranger people, and we pick up the other people on the other side. We need to pick up ourselves, and we need to mind ourselves. Understand? This is the more important for us.
No. Well said. You, Adnan, you are on point. We are very quick to help others. We are very giving to others, but we are not giving to ourselves as Africans, And it is important we begin to change that dynamic. Everything you said there is absolutely right. We need platforms like this where we're going to have discussions, not only discussions, solutions. I want you to be thinking every time we're talking, talk about solutions, talk about it, and actually put the ideas down so that we can actually take that action to implement that solution in every community, particularly, critically, using our local language, Ede, our language. In Yoruba language, we say Ede, which means language. So I try and interact and use my Yoruba African language because we must get comfortable to hearing ourselves speak our languages. When we are an African and you go somewhere, they say when you speak to an African, speak English. No.
Yeah.
If you are in Europe, fine, yes. But if on the African continent, no, you have to speak my African language.
Yeah,
and this is all what the things that I'm trying to really inculcate in us, we should be doing, because that way we begin to recognize and appreciate our culture, our food, our way of life, our spiritual and spirituality, and the fact that all of what our ancestors did to sustain the African kingdom becomes important to us. So there is so much work that we have to embark on. So Adnan, you are so right in bringing this up in that way, and I'm so glad that you are part of this. And we want to, again, as I talk about this, I'm going to reiterate again. African Union is doing nothing. The reason why you hear me talking, and I will continue to say this, African Union does nothing about Africans enslaved in Arab countries. They do zero. If you go to Europe, in Europe, they are very, very hot. If they find anybody doing that, they arrest them, they jail them, all of these things, and they give them heavy fines or whichever business. But in Africa, nothing like that is happening. In fact, they pretend as if they don't know. But it is the role of African Union, ECOWAS, SADC, and all of the other bodies to actually take care of Africans, to prevent us from being enslaved anywhere in the world. So that is why you will hear me talk about this. And of course, anybody, whatever you can donate, please donate to this. Because like I said, I would love to come back next week and say to you, We've actually helped 1 or 2 people with this, and they will be coming on video because they are out of those areas. Now, we cannot bring those women, our women, onto camera if they're still in Iraq. As I speak to you now, 15 or 16 of them have been, they've been enslaved. They have been arrested by the Iraqi police, and they are used as nothing short of sex slaves.
They do. They do. I believe.
Sorry?
They do, I believe, because as I grow in between Arab people, you understand, I know the culture and I know the way they behave and I know the things, I mean, discrimination things and a lot of things that we're going through, you understand? And I believe that they do that, which is, as you mentioned something before that about African people, which is if you do not speak African language, you are not from Africa. Excuse me. That's very true, you understand? But there is one language that's unite us, which is the English language. That's no problem with that. But if we come to your identity, you have to prove yourself with that. And everybody has a right to ask you for your identity and for your things, which is this is identity. It's not belong only to one person, belong to everybody. Has a black skin, you understand? To know where you I am and to be careful about himself.
Exactly.
And yeah, the picture you talk about, you understand? I don't say like these people that doesn't do anything like that. I believe they do, and I've been through a lot of things, you know what I mean, because of them, you understand? And I speak Arabic and I speak English and I speak my own language, African language, and I speak like 5 different languages, you understand?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
My
Where are you from, Adnan? Where are you from, Adnan? Which country?
I'm from Sudan.
Oh yes, of course, Sudan. Yes, of course. Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate this. And please stay there. I'll come back to you briefly. Let me just I'll start the show now. Thank you so much. Let me do something quickly. Are we there? Oh, come on. Let's do better than that. Let's do better than that. What's going on with the time here? Let us get to 7,000. Come on. We've been here for a few minutes now. Can we get to 7,000 in the next 3-4 minutes, please? Then we can start. Let us get there. It is really important. Tap the screen and share. Reach more people. We need to really do that because what we need to do is to build. We know that TikTok they're sort of breaking down they are hiding the numbers of people watching, and they're trying to make sure that to make us believe that we are not getting the audience. No, a lot of people have joined this broadcast and maybe some have left. That's fine, but we need to build and share because what we want to do is what we want to talk about. We're talking about the great men you see behind me. These great men here: Ibrahim Traore, General Chiani, Assimi Goita. We want to talk about them. We want to make sure that every African can see these men in their own individual nations. You can see who is the Ibrahim Traore in Sudan, who is the Assimi Goita in Kenya, who is the General Chiani in Uganda, who is the we need to be seen, who is the Ibrahim Traore in Nigeria, because they are doing great work. And as I will shortly be telling you, Ibrahim Traore is doing that again. He's doing a lot of great work, which I want us all to be championing. You will see that on my broadcast, I always start with the great men of Africa. These are the great men of Africa. There are great women as well. Dr. Arikana Shombori is a great woman. I'll say that again. Dr. Arikana Shombori is a great woman. She was the one who brought to the African attention that France is taking away $500 billion every year from 14 African countries, and they take 85% of their GDP, allow them to keep 15%, and if they want to borrow their own money, they have to borrow on interest. So there are great women out there. So Dr. Arikana Shombori Kwao is a great woman, a great pioneer for African women. She speaks truth to power. She's empowering us. I'll probably show you a video about her shortly. Can we just get to 7,000 likes? Then we can really crack on. I'm just giving you, I'm not giving you specifics now. I'm talking generally because what I want to do is when we start talking about the topic properly, we're going to go in depth. We're going to go in depth. We're going to talk about things. And I would like, please, I welcome suggestions like my brother Adnan has been doing now. He talked about things. I am really impressed that he's got 5 languages. He's from Sudan. He speaks 5 languages, including English. You know, I speak 3 languages, you know, and I would like to speak more. And the more we Africans can understand our language, the more it is good for us. We need to know that our resources must begin to benefit Africa. So the interaction among us is very, very key. We need to make sure that all of the borders that the colonials put on the African continent, we get rid of it. And the best way is speaking our language, being able to have free movement across Africa. You know, these are things that I want to go and talk about in depth. Oh, 4.7, okay. Come on, let's keep going, let's keep going. We're not there yet. We're just over halfway. We're just over halfway. Let's get to 7,000, then I will begin. But it's very important. Your support is very much needed. I would like you to also consider subscribing to us. Also, go to my website, www.citizenny.org. I try and share as much information on there as I can on the things that we're doing. And, you know, and also you can also download the song, How Long Una Go to Suffer. We want to make sure that in Africa, every one of us, we know our rights in our local language. Our local language is key. The best education you will ever get is from your mom, your mother's tongue. The best education you will ever get as an African is from your mom. When your mom gives birth to you, when she starts speaking to you, you are learning. That is education right there. When from the minute you are a baby and the mom gives birth and they carry you, Grace, greetings and welcome. Grace, greetings and welcome to you. You know, from the minute your mom gives birth to you, that is education. She will talk to you. Hello, baby. You know, there's a song that we sing for a child. I'm going to sing it now in Yoruba land. There's a song we sing. When a child is crying in Yoruba land, there's a song that the mom sings to their child. And there's a reason why I'm singing that. I'm going to say that. That song goes like this. Oto kurundo, oto kurundo, bomo bagi yare abe, anyone be anepoto, oto kurundo, bomo banki yare abe, anyone be anepoto, oto kurundo, bomo banki yare abe, anyone be anepoto. That's a song that a mom sings to the child when the child is up, that maybe she's been not comfortable or something and it's upset or scared or whatever. So the mom's voice becomes a calming effect. And it's not just a voice alone. It is also the child starts learning, watches the mouth of the mom and start forming how to speak. That is education right there. So don't let anybody tell you that Africans are not educated. You have to get that out of your mind. As soon as we are born and our moms carry us, that is our education begins right there. So we need to begin to reprocess and clarify and identify what education means. Education means anybody speaking to the next person and getting them to understand each other and actually showing them how to do things. You are teaching them something. That is education. So we have to really understand that. It's not that when somebody now is not able to, they don't speak a word of English, and then you now come in and you say you're educating them. No, you are indoctrinating them. Particularly when they are in the age, between that age of 0 to 10. If they have their mother tongue and you are telling them, no, you don't worry about that, speak English. You are indoctrinating them and making them, like, not use their own brain. Children learn best from their moms. The children, Dr. Sophie Oluwole said it. From the age of 0 to 6, a Yoruba child staying in the village with her mom or his or her mom and learning how to trade by barter by watching her sell her wares in the market. Up to the age of 6, they grow faster. Their brain is sharper than when they go to school from 6 onwards. They're now learning English or French or Portuguese. they have a regression. They develop what is called a regression. So these are all important things. We need to relearn what it means to be educating ourselves. We educate our people. If you go to the farm, you have never, held a hoe in your life. The farmer will tell you, if you are going to plant the seed, you dig a hole with the hoe, you put the seed in the soil, you cover it, you water it. That is education. We need to really change the concept of what they've done to us. So I'll come back and talk more, but I'm just giving you general ideas about what they've done to us and why we need to make sure that all of us, we begin to appreciate our people on ground. Every African woman must be respected. Every African woman, and I salute our African women because they do the work. They are the ones who will get, many African women, without even their husbands there, they raise funds through the market that they're selling, go to the market and selling. They send their kids to school, to university, and they feed, and they try. I mean, sometimes when I think about it, I am amazed. And yet these are the skills that they're using. You can't quantify it. This survival that the kind of things that they literally have to do to make sure that their child, the son, the daughter, that they get through life and they get a university degree. When they see them get the degree, the joy that you see in their eyes. But the thing is, we have to understand something. Perhaps that is not actually good for us. We need our people to know the education that we need to survive in Africa and to thrive in Africa. Because what they've done with all this so-called, this false education, you're a doctor, you're a scientist, you are all of that. They have taken you out of Africa while they are taking the resources from Africa. They have taken your mind away from Africa whilst you've left the door open for them to take away everything from Africa. So Adnan, thank you so much. So it is very important we understand what we're saying here. I have to just keep reiterating that point. It is extremely important that when we're talking about this, we need to understand that we have to become Afrocentric. We have to become Afrocentric. Whatever situation that we are in now that we are waking up, to make this work and to be able to hand this over to the coming generation, we've got to become Afrocentric. We've got to be talking about things in a way that will make them understand that this is their future, and we are trying to show them the ropes and the ways in which they can actually take control of the entire African continent and never ever let go of it again. So these are the kind of work that we're looking at. What are we doing for? How many are we doing? Oh my goodness, it's really slow today. I don't understand. I normally would have hit this number now. Like I said, TikTok are doing something to get the numbers down. I was told this yesterday that somebody was on a show, on somebody else's show, and when they started watching, what happened was that the show got depressed. The numbers got depressed. And whereas if they were talking about somebody shaking their bottoms and whatever else, or Jesus Christ or Allah and all that, there will be thousands there. And they don't want us to have meaningful discussions. Oh, 5.9 thousand. Okay. So we're about 5.9. We are close to 7,000. Come on, let's go out. Let's do that. In the next 5 minutes, can we get to 7,000 likes? Then we can begin. In the next, like I said, in the next 5 minutes. Come on, let us get to 7,000 likes, then we can begin. Adnan, again, thanks for being part of it, and I'm really glad that you want to say something quickly before I go ahead? Go ahead.
Sorry, but I think there's something I need to mention. Ellie was talking about to reunite Africa. I don't think is a harder thing. We see as a harder thing for us because we don't love each other. It's not hard, you understand? For example, I'll give you, as a you leader, I'm the leader, you and me, we can sort out the problem out. You know, you agree, I'm agree. Yeah, you can come to my country, I can go to your country. If something happens, I'll deal with you, you sort out with your people, you know what I mean? And you deal with me, I'll sort out with my people. This is agreement between two people. They don't need the million people see them even, you understand? It's very easy. But it's a problem on ourselves. We don't know do that.
Yeah.
And if you ask these young people, you know what I mean, how they feel if to move from country to next country, even their neighbors, it's very hard. It feels like, you know what I mean, different world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
And when we go to our different people countries, and when we go to, we be foreigners or we be migrants or wherever, they welcome us and disappoint us to be migrants. They show us a smile that this is a good idea to be migrant. And this
Exactly.
to be migrant, that's a fake. No, that's not good.
Yeah.
Believe me, that's not good. We need to support ourselves. If we have or we don't have, it's really important that we keep on the little thing that we have, because we saw a lot in this life, you understand?
Yeah. You know, you're right. You're right. And that is what we need to wake up. We're going to be supporting each other. You're so right. Carry on. Carry on.
All right. We are, thank you. We are I think we are wasting our right every day and losing it by not realize and putting our eyes on other people's stuff and other people things and other people's designers. No, that's not good. We need to create our own designer. We need to create our own life, which is Africa. Is a simple life and basic life, but it's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Everybody to wish to be from that culture. You understand? Different cultures, they have a lot of things and a lot of design in life, you understand? But still they don't look beautiful, they don't look nice.
Exactly.
And because we have a nice thing, they don't need they don't need us to show them. They're using our ideas and they're stealing the ideas from us, you understand?
Absolutely. You are absolutely right. And that's what we have to really understand collectively. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Adnan. I'm really glad that you said that. Let us hear briefly from Gloria. We are almost at 7,000. Once we get there, I will start the show. But let's just hear from Gloria. Gloria, welcome. What would you like to say? Go ahead. Gloria, welcome. We've got a few minutes before we start. Go ahead. Thank you. Go ahead.
Citizen. My mouth almost got us into trouble last time, so today I'm going to be very mindful.
Yeah, I know what they do. They don't like us speaking truth to power at all. So I noticed. Yes, you're right. But we can't be afraid. We have to continue to wake our people up nonetheless. But I know what you mean. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still going to be here, tap, and anything comes on, I will be able to say something.
Fantastic.
But for now, I wanted just to say something quick about how Africa, they are being used, by the way. Recently, I've been in the border of Burundi. Again. But then there's one thing I still can't forget. I still don't know how to figure it out. I still don't know. I even don't know where to start it from. But I think Africa needs ancestors to come and intervene somehow. Because it's now getting hard for us to talk about things and for us to talk about it. In that line, we had some British soldiers that are coming. They're not entering to Kenya through your Kenyan border. I mean, airport. They're just going through Congo. They go through there, then they go and train themselves there, then they disturb people. It's crazy.
See?
It's crazy. But the government also know about it. At the same time, we don't want to deal with these people.
Wow.
At the same time, government is getting some money from them.
Exactly.
It's so crazy. I don't even know where to start from.
And that is why we can be, that is why we mustn't be silent. And that topic, we will come and talk about it some more. It touched on something there because, for example, we need to know how many people have been unalived in all parts of Africa, in all of these wars, in Sudan, in Cameroon, in Sudan, in Congo, in Ethiopia, even in Nigeria. How many people, so that we can begin to be aware of what is really going on. You raise a very, very valid point there, Gloria. Now, thank you very much. We are 7,000. Now we begin. Thank you so much. Thank you to you all. Let me give you a round of applause. Everybody who's joined us. And I say thank you. We are over 7,000 likes now. And now we can begin. Welcome. And you're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. It is a pleasure to have you join us. Please do share the broadcast. Let us begin. Before I go too far, I'm going to sing the song. The song is How Long Una Go to Suffer. It's a song I wrote. It is designed to empower us, to stir us up as Africans, to know that we have the right to self-determination, to hold our government to account, to begin to exercise our powers of sovereignty over our land. For so long, the colonials have been dictating what happens to us on our land. We need to take control. That song is designed to make you wake up. When it says, self-determination, now you're right. Self-determination is your right. We are here to encourage you to use that power to begin to hold your government to account. So let us begin with that song. It's called How Long Una Go to Suffer. It is on iTunes, it's on Spotify. You would be doing us a great favor if you download that song, because there's a lot of work we want to do on the African continent to raise the awareness in all Africans, all 1.4 billion. With that said, let us begin. Thank you so much. Here we go. Here we go. My people, at your waist salute. Ha. Hey, 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 ha. Me una here. Yes, sir. Here we go. Here we go. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long go? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? My people, we don't tire. Inside Nigeria, now slave camp we dey oh. My people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp oh. The time done now where we supposed stand up for our right to oh. Stand up for our right to oh. The time done now where we supposed stand up oh for our right to oh, for self-determination. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? Yes, how long? How long? How long gonna go they suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? Yes, sir. How long gonna go they suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man can't tell una say una get constitution. Now lie yo, na fake, na fraud oh. That yeah constitution. Now in they take close on eye yo. Say una wake up, say una wake up. Oh. Moko berenio, I just they wonder. 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 Berenio, I just they wonder. Moko berenio, I just they wonder. Moko berenio, I just they wonder. Moko berenio, I just they wonder. My people, I want make una know Self-determination, oh, now you're right, yo. By people I want make you know still. Self-determination, now you're right, yo. You must fight for your right. You must stand for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city. Any inside country where you dey, oh. Atiku, Emi no come. Peter Obi no be the solution. Now the solution, now be the solution. Make una wake up. Make una wake up. Time don knack. You be Yoruba man. You be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination na your right, you. Hey, 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 Yoruba land na your land, yo. Middle belt na your land, yo. Hausa land na your land, yo. Biafra land na your land, yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. Ra 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 oh. Thank you so much. Welcome and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I want to once again thank you so much for getting us to over 7,000 likes before the show began. We really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us on the live broadcast and sharing as you come in. Your support is very much appreciated, and everything that you do in helping us raise the awareness in the community, in African and or across all the African communities all over the world, in diaspora, at home, abroad, it is all appreciated. All of us, we have a role to play, and I'm glad that many of us are tuning in, and we are beginning to actually connect to the vibrations that's going on in Africa and of course around the world. So your role is very important in that, and I want to thank you. As you're coming in, consider subscribing to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Grace, are you there? I wanted to see Grace join us. Like I said, next week I would like to have a very good news about the what you see on the screen here. Rescue Africans from enslavement in Arab countries. We have a number of our African sisters and aunts and you know, all our women, majority of them in Iraq. Quite a lot of them are enslaved. Up to 5,000 are working right now in Iraq, but they are slaves. They don't have hold of their passport. African Union is doing nothing. ECOWAS is doing nothing. SADC is doing nothing. What we want to do is, if we can get them out of there, with your support, of course, by donating to the GoFundMe or paying via PayPal, whatever you give to us, we will give those funds to those girls, be able to get them tickets, and even, would you believe this, having to pay the Iraqi police for capturing girls that should have been allowed to leave and go back to their home country. They will ask them for money. On average, they're asking them for between $1,000 to $1,600. So £800 will be for processing fees, they call it. Processing fees by the Iraqi police, and then the other 800 is for ticket to go back to Nigeria, to Africa. This is crazy. Joby, welcome. Joby, welcome. So whatever you can do to help us in that area, we very much appreciate. It is very, very important that we do this. So we are talking about that, and you will hear me talk about that as often as possible, because this is really going to be something that will be of great help. If you can, join us by donating. What I guarantee you will happen. Joby, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate that. What I really want to make sure that we understand is this: when you donate those funds to the GoFundMe, and we get those girls out of there, you know what happens? We are going to bring them on this platform. You will hear them talk about their experiences. And also, at that time, we want it to be shared across to many people so that many other Africans will know the ordeal that they went through. And hopefully, we will reduce the numbers of people going to Arab countries and instead get our people to stay at home and actually begin to. Thank you very much, Joby, for the gift. We really appreciate that. As always, thank you so much. So that is the work we're talking about here. So you can donate via GoFundMe or via PayPal. It's on the screen there. PayPal.me/ODTVR. In brackets, REFAC. RAFEIAC. Then I will know the funds is meant for the ladies who are in Iraq, because that's what we want to start with. There are still others who are stuck in Saudi Arabia, who are stuck in other places that we want to help. But it's so important that that happens. So thank you very much for that. I'll be bringing that on again, over and over again. Now, we're going to talk about the great man himself, Ibrahim Traore, the great man himself. I'm going to try and play a video. I'll see if this works. And I think it's by Intervlog. I might play it. It's not mine, but what is being said is very important. But before I play it, what I want to do is to let you know that Ibrahim Traore, he has set up a construction company. He has set up a construction company in Burkina Faso. Now, the construction company. So let me just say a round of applause to that for me, before we go ahead, and I'll bring it on. So, what does that mean? What does having a construction company mean? It means so many positive things. Greetings, B. Greetings and welcome. What would you like to say? Welcome. Let's hear from you before I proceed. Do you want to say a few words before we begin? Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. No, I was going to just wait until you finish showing the video.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Okay. So now, what I want to do is this. I'm just going to talk about it briefly. Firstly, he set up a construction company in Burkina Faso. He said some weeks back that he was going to send people, African youths, to train and learn about. Hi, Vaname. I am live right now. In case you want to join me, I'm live on TikTok right now. Okay, you can join me. I've sent you a link, I think, but join me. Okay. So, yeah. So, like I was saying, what I want us all to really understand now is this. He said that he would do it, that he would actually train the youth to use all of the machinery, to build skyscrapers, to build bridges, to build all of these things. So now he's actually put that in place. And that is fantastic, because what that means now is that Burkina Faso doesn't have to go outside to look for construction experts, to look for builders. The people will build what they need. It is so important. So I wanted to just state that. Let me just, again, round of applause to Ibrahim Traore for doing that. I think we need to be, you see, on this platform, what we want to do is always talk about the good work that they're doing. Again, this video is by Intervlog, and it's not mine, but I wanted you to hear it. Okay, so here we go. It's by Intervlog. I don't own it, but I wanted to just share that for you all. It's not my property. So here we go. I think it's about 10 minutes long. So let's listen to it.
Information that I brought you today, and this information is an amazing one. I say the information is an amazing one, and it is coming from Burkina Faso. It is something that we need to celebrate about, because this is the first time this type of thing is happening in Africa, and it is about development. But this type of development is on another level. This is not the type of development any African country expected to see in this generation. But glory be to God that it has started happening in Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore has surprised us once more. And you would wonder, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the logistic equipment provided by Ibrahim Traore and the reason of providing this logistic equipment for construction workers in Burkina Faso. When you go on media, what they put on press did not match the action. And that is the reason I will have to explain it, for you to know why this equipment made for tough engineering landed in Burkina Faso. Let's go. For some of you who have been following Intervlog, you must have known that on August 18th, 2024, Ibrahim Traore made a speech. And on that speech, he said that his government is going to focus on civil engineering. When we talk about courses for the students, that engineering is the best course for Burkina Faso, that no developed country made it without having enough engineers working for them. He promised that he is going to fund Burkina Faso engineers, especially the civil engineers, for them to be the one to build Burkina Faso. When he said this, Intervlog had it, and I made video about it. This is the video.
As I said after the diagnosis, you agree with me that we train very few engineers. However, a nation that develops, the development index also, is in terms of trained engineers. Go back in history and see all these great nations. The number of engineers trained by one in specific specialties counts a lot in development. In Burkina, we do not have enough. This is why the Polytechnic School of Ouagadougou, we want to develop it into a polytechnic university by putting a certain number of technological courses there and recruiting the maximum number of students who can be trained there and have engineers. It is good that we have courses like modern literature, philosophy, law, psychology, history. Many students end up there against their will. It is not necessarily what they chose. But these are the courses available, which inevitably do not provide employment opportunities. This is why we have decided to promote this sector of professional training and employment by dedicating an entire ministry to it. In the coming days, this reorganization will be done, and you will see how we will evolve.
After this video, I expected to see action. And on the 17th of October, boom. All the equipment any civil engineer would need for construction of road, bridge, tall buildings, beautiful houses, complicated field, we are provided by Ibrahim Traore. Reconquest of the national territory. The Burkinabe army is strengthening its logistical resources. The Minister of Defense, Brigadier General Kassoum Coulibaly, handed over this. Thursday, October 17th, 2024, logistical transport equipment and military engineering construction equipment to the National Armed Forces. This equipment, acquired with the state's own funds, aims to make the Burkinabe fighting forces more operational on the ground. Backhoe loaders, compactors, backhoe loaders, graders, semi-trailers, and tank transporters constitute the equipment that the Minister of Defense, Brigadier General Kassoum Coulibaly, handed over this Thursday, October 17th, 2024, to the National Armed Forces. The keys to these machines were handed over to the Chief of General Staff of the Armed Forces. According to the Minister in charge of Defense, the delivery of this equipment is part of the implementation of the equipment plan, which was planned in stages. Through this delivery, it is a question of supporting the troops for better offensive actions. We must also salute the efforts that are made by all Burkinabe and also on the national budget for the acquisition of these means so that the defense and security forces can be more operational on the ground, he said. He recalled that the equipment plan is done in phases and stages, and the will of the head of state is to ensure that the military, wherever he is, that he can live, move, and fight, and see the advantage of this equipment. The advantages of buying the right construction equipment for workers in Burkina Faso, especially under the leadership of President Ibrahim Traore, who emphasizes the importance of local Burkinabe engineers building the country. Advantages of investing in the right construction equipment for local workers in Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso, under the leadership of President Ibrahim Traore, there has been a renewed focus on ensuring that Burkinabe professionals, especially local engineers, take the lead in the nation's development projects. This approach aligns with the vision of empowering local talent, fostering national pride, and building long-term economic resilience. In this context, equipping local construction workers with the right tools and machinery is essential to realizing these goals. Increased efficiency and productivity. The right construction equipment allows workers to complete projects more quickly and accurately. In a developing country like Burkina Faso, where infrastructure projects such as roads, schools, hospitals, and housing are urgently needed, having modern and well-maintained
The children of
machinery
Congo
can
have
significantly
been dying for
reduce construction time.
years.
Efficient equipment enhances the capacity of the local workforce to meet deadlines, enabling the government to deliver essential services more rapidly. Improved quality of infrastructure. The quality of construction is directly tied to the tools used. With the appropriate equipment, engineers and workers can ensure that the infrastructure being built is not only completed on time, but also meets global standards for durability and safety. In Burkina Faso, where the climate and terrain can be challenging, high-quality equipment is essential to constructing buildings, roads, and bridges that will withstand both environmental stressors and the test of time. Enhanced safety for workers. Construction can be a dangerous job, particularly in developing countries where safety standards may not always be rigorously enforced. By investing in modern construction equipment that includes safety features, the risks to workers on construction sites are greatly reduced. In the long run, this leads to fewer accidents, lower medical costs, and a more motivated workforce. Ensuring worker safety aligns with the government's responsibility to protect its citizens and improve labor conditions. Skill development and knowledge transfer. Modern equipment requires skilled operators. By equipping construction workers with advanced tools, there's an opportunity for significant skill development within the local workforce. Training workers to use modern machinery helps build a more technically capable workforce, which will be crucial as Burkina Faso continues to industrialize. This knowledge transfer strengthens the country's engineering and construction sectors, creating a long-term foundation for self-reliance in infrastructure development. Economic empowerment. When local construction firms and workers are adequately equipped, there is less need to outsource expertise or equipment from foreign companies. This keeps more money circulating within Burkina Faso's economy, benefiting local businesses and professionals. It also creates job opportunities for both skilled and unskilled labor, further contributing to poverty reduction and economic growth. Reduced maintenance and repair costs. Investing in high-quality equipment from the start can help save money in the long term. Low-cost or substandard equipment may break down frequently, leading to delays and additional repair costs. With reliable machinery, construction projects can move forward smoothly, minimizing downtime and ensuring efficient use of both time and resources. Supporting national goals of self-reliance. President Ibrahim Traore's vision of having Burkinabe professionals lead the country's development projects is rooted in fostering national pride and self-reliance. Equipping local workers with the right tools aligns with this vision, ensuring that the country does not need to depend on foreign contractors or imported labor for its growth. As local workers become more proficient and empowered with the right equipment, Burkina Faso can reduce its dependence on foreign aid and external expertise, steering toward a more self-sufficient future. By providing Burkinabe engineers and construction workers with the right equipment, the government not only ensures the timely and efficient execution of its infrastructure projects, but also fosters a more capable, self-sufficient, and empowered local workforce. This investment is crucial in supporting President Traore's vision of a Burkina Faso built by Burkinabe hands, strong, resilient, and proud. This is the end of our program today. See you.
So, yeah. So there, in short, that's the story right there. I want to give a round of applause straight away for Burkina Faso. And I want to really, we need to be, listen, I'm deliberately doing this because we have to start acknowledging great work done by great men. When you have leaders with vision that are saying, not only do we want to have these infrastructures in our country, but we want to be the authors of our own success, employing our own people to use those construction materials to actually build their country. That is a self-reliance. That's about self-reliance, something that has been singularly lacking in all of the African countries. There is no self-reliance. We've been programmed to be reliant on those who oppressed us, and it's deliberately breaking that cycle. So again, I'm just wow. Let us hear your thoughts. Let's go to Joe B. You wanted to, then I'll come back to the rest. Joe B, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say how proud I am of what Ibrahim is doing in the Sahel region. This is what we need throughout the whole of Africa, because unless we take charge, the West will always keep their foot on our necks. And so, you know, it's in their interest to keep their foot on their necks. They have no interest in making African people better. This is why they've always kept them as workers and never trained them to build for themselves. It was always reliant. They made us reliant on them. So I'm so proud that he's taken action and he's showing no fear against them. He says he doesn't care. He knows they are going to try and take him out, but he's still staying strong. He's still doing what he needs to do for his people. And this is what you call a true leader who really cares about his people and continent. So I hope what he's doing will start to resonate with the rest of Africa, and they start taking actions and just remove leaders that are not there for the people, that are weak, that are self-centered, all about self. We need to they need to be removed, and leaders need to be put in place that care about the people. Ibrahim's not a politician, but he's leading better than all the politicians that are in Africa right now. And he's not even a trained politician, but he cares about his people, and he has good vision, and he's amazing. So it just goes to show you don't have to be a politician to make a difference. So yeah, I'm very proud of him. And I hope the rest of Africa starts to take note and to start acting and doing what they have to do. If a leader's not doing what they're supposed to be doing for their people, remove them. Remove anything, actually, that is suppressing Africa right now. Thank you. So anyone who's not there for Africa, to support Africa, they need to leave. That's what I want to see happening. But thank you for letting me speak, and I'll maybe come back in later, but thank you.
Thank you so much, Joby. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that comment. Well said. And that's what we need. We need, you see,
Thank you, Queen. Yeah. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Vaname. Thank you very much, Vaname. Let me quickly, I'll come back to you, Vaname, quickly. Let me just go to Zach, then I'll come back to Vaname quickly. Vaname, I'll come back to you quickly. Zach, are you there? Zach, are you there? No. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. What would you like to say? Then I'm going to go to Vaname. Yeah, your thoughts.
Great rising.
Grand rising.
I know, man. Great leaders think alike. Ashe to the sisters. Ashe to the brothers who listening on the live.
Ashe.
Great speech, Joby. Great speech.
Yes.
Great King Zach, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, great leaders think alike, because I was waiting for this morning for you to tell you about this video. I was watching it last night. I couldn't believe, man. It's amazing. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's like just one man in Africa. One. So could you imagine if all these African leaders come together?
Those that see, only those that are chosen will be in this movement. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Vaname, thank you so much for that. Only those that are awake will be in the movement. And it's true. It is true. And we all have the social media. We all have all of these platforms and very many things. There is no excuse for people not being, even down into the villages. People know something is going on. They may not fully grasp it. But now we need to really tune in. We have to tune into our ancestors are there. Speak. I keep saying it. Speak to our ancestors. You know, be there in your veins. You know, connect to them. They will show you things once you listen to them. We have to sit at the feet of our ancestors to really grow. Oh, sorry. We have to sit at the feet of our ancestors to really grow. Sorry about that. So, Vaname, well said. Thank you very much for that. It was low. Yeah. So it is so important. We have to sit at the feet of our ancestors. We got to make sure that we begin to carry on the work the much needed work. Ibrahim Traore, as General Chiani, they are showing us the way. They are showing us the way that we must do this. Honestly, we need to take key into what Vaname said. We are letting it happen. What's happened is the vibration that they've put us in has meant that we are now compliant to what they've told us because of the indoctrination. We need to break free from that, and our vibration has to go higher so that we can achieve what we need to achieve on the African continent. So there is a lot of work to be done in that area. Thank you very much, Vaname. Let me go to Adnan. Adnan, you've been waiting. Let's hear from you. You did speak earlier, but I want to bring you back again. Your thoughts on what you just saw. Adnan, go ahead. Adnan, are you there? Adnan, are you there? Adnan, I'm trying to unmute you. Okay, I'll wait. He may come on. So it is once it's coming back on, it is really important that what we are doing here is to share information. It is critical. Like I said, you will not get this kind of information on this mainstream media. They are not going to talk to you about, oh, Ibrahim Traore is doing this in his country. They don't want that information out there. They want us to view ourselves as failures, to accept that our condition is only going to exist in a low vibration of negativity, of failure, of lack of accomplishment, of all of those things. And we have to rise above that. We have to raise our vibrations, connect with our ancestors. And that's what this is about. That's why we're doing shows like this, to talk about that, to make us understand there are so many things going on. And we have the change. That change is unstoppable. They know it. They know that the change that we're bringing is totally unstoppable. They cannot put a stop to what is going on right now. You know, exactly, Traore. Traore, would you like to join in? I'm sending you an invite. You're welcome to speak. Anybody that wants to speak on this topic, we encourage many of us. Listen, all our voices count, all our ideas count, and we need more of those voices and more actions and solutions to the problems. You can see that what they've done here, what he has done, is to now say, no, we don't want you to bring your engineers. He said something. The guy said something on the TV, on the comment. Let me read what he said. He said, no developed country made it without enough engineers. No developed country made it without enough engineers. And that is the critical state that we are talking. That is exactly what we mean. Adnan, go ahead. Let's hear from you. Yeah, chip in, please. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay. Did you hear what I was saying earlier on? Did you see the video?
Your voice is really low, very, very low.
Oh, okay. Did you? Okay, hang on. Is it better now? Can you hear me? Did you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see the video?
It's gone down. Your voice gone down.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Can you hear me now? Hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Did you see the video? Sorry, I was muting to get you to speak. Did you see the video earlier on? Yes. What would you like to say about the video? Any comments?
I think is a great job, you understand, and very simple, you understand, because where we come from, our knowledge is not that much. And he managed, you understand, himself to create all this design and all these materials to come together, you understand, how we come to the country and how we move from left to right. And the first idea that he did, this is the important thing to do, which is for the company and for his protection and his people. You understand? He's a really great man, and I'm so happy with him. You understand?
Yes.
And always when I pull on TikTok, always his videos come to me. You understand? So I never met him and I never spoke to him, but my feelings tell me. You understand? So I'm the same like this person. You know what I mean? He got love for me. I got love for him. You understand?
Mhm.
So I keep press red for him. Always I pick likes for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, it's very important, and thank you for those comments. You know, and we need good leaders like that. We need great leaders, more great leaders like that in Sudan, in Kenya, in Uganda, in Zimbabwe, in Gambia, in Sierra Leone, in in Liberia, in Togo, all of those places. We need them, and it is very important that we continue to encourage that. We need to encourage good governance, and of course, all of that, it has to start from a place of strength. We need to know that we have the power to hold our governance to account. And I always say in the broadcast, I always say, and I bring this information to you, you will see me talk about the Constitution all the time in our local language. It's the more the people know those rights in their language, the more they can actually put pressure on our government and say, look, we need you to do what we tell you to do. We are the sovereigns in their local language. So you see, it is very important to understand that when somebody is having to learn about their rights in a foreign language, they are already at a disadvantage. So let me say that slowly. When somebody is having to learn about their constitutional rights in a foreign language, they are already at a disadvantage. Yeah, it was so powerful indeed, Joe. So powerful. And I want people to really key in on that. And it might even be a video to watch again and again and again, and to share in all communities. That is a video that should be shared in all 54 African countries again and again and again and again, so that people can see the possibilities of good governance, what that means. He said what he meant, and he meant what he said. He said what he meant, and he meant what he said by action. The West had to destroy it and bring Christianity. Exactly. So these are things that we're talking about here. And we talk about the connection between what he said there and the Constitution is that when you know your rights in your local language, you can now call town hall meetings. We need regular town hall meetings going on. Ikpade Oshoshu in Yoruba language and other languages. Get a meeting to begin to happen in your communities every month to start questioning the leaders. You know, everybody in Burkina Faso, they support Ibrahim Traore. Everybody in Niger, they support General Abdurrahman Tiani. Everybody in Mali support Assimi Goïta. They go out.
Sorry.
Yes.
I think I'm happy. I'm not from this country, but I see his work and his design and actually the things that he give it to his people and love that he have for his what's called for his country.
Yes, for his nation.
It's not anybody has something like this to have love for your country or to support your country or you try to take one step for your country. This is as a great example for the other generations that to show you the wood is open. You can do whatever you want as your country. You are free people. You understand? We are African people. We're afraid. We are afraid, and they put design of brainwash on us that let us to hate each other, and we hate our brothers and our sisters. We hate ourselves, which is we cannot make something home. We become agree, disagree. Exactly. After everyone leave home, go.
Exactly.
And become empty house.
Exactly.
And that house will stay only one person that is strong and he know the culture and he know the mom and he know dad and he know everything about the house. We'll keep on it. Even if they left, he will stay because he's the legacy. He's the legacy, understand? Things like this, people like this cannot be disappeared. We need people like this to show up. We need people like this to show up, to guide us to the life, because what we go through is Allah. Human beings should not accept this as in himself, should not accept things like this.
Indeed.
If you go back to the history on wherever they do right now and all these things, we should not say yes to things like this.
No.
This is humiliation of between human to human. That's not right.
Yeah.
Nobody in this life has a duty to discriminate someone or has a duty to to say something like something bad about someone. There's no law in this country, but they do use it on us immediately, understand? Or slowly with dignity, which is, this is harmful, very harmful. Slowly with dignity, very harmful.
So true. You're right. You're so right. Yeah, and we need, like you said, we need more people to do what he's doing. From the love for his nation, the love for his people. This is bigger than just his personal interest. He wants to see his nation having hospitals, roads, water, light, bridges, healthcare, safety, security, all of that. I mean, this is a man that has taken he's reclaimed 80%, 70 to 80% of the land back from the terror people, you know, by the actions he's taking to protect these people. And the people they will come out for him to protect him. And that is what we need. We need leaders that the people will come out and protect. Thank you so much, Adnan. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let us go to Fresh TV Bermuda. Greetings and welcome, my brother. What would you like to say in terms of what you're seeing a great man Ibrahim Traore doing? He's setting a pace that all of those puppets can never match. Let's hear from you, Fresh TV Bermuda. Go ahead.
Salam, salam, Ikaro, Ikesano, Abarigani, Jambo, to the elders and everyone, peace be with you all. And what a great thing. I'm always very inspired and to show that there's a great example of leadership in Al Kabulin that really sets the stage for, you know, the leader of Al Kabulin as a whole. The first leader could be someone like Ibrahim Traore. We should have these visions. We should put these visions into the atmosphere so that the others can know that these are what the elders and what the ancestors would want us to aspire to. So while some people think, oh, it's way off, yes, but you have to see it. It says once you see it, you can achieve it, and you must speak it into existence with action. So when as far as I'm a faraway place, but my heart is right there. Wow. With the people of Al Kabulin and the leadership. So, he may, like so many leaders, he's the beginning of a new course. And we have high expectations, but let us not be weary with any fault that may arise. But let us pick up and say we will carry it to the next space. We must carry it. Too much. I hear too much about, the faults of what this is and what that is. Remember, and I'm going to say this from out of the East, the life really of the mission does not depend upon the life of one person. So, we must remember this as great of he is the figurehead, but he is not the mission. He has a responsibility in it, just like we all do. So the life of the mission cannot end with the life of the person. It cannot end with any shortcomings of the person, because the mission remains the same. So we must really, keep things in perspective, right? That as we raise people up, we must raise ourselves up there too. We must not see ourselves any different from where we are, because it's a Traore in every place, in every village, in every town across the diaspora, all the way back to Al Kabulin. We're all one. We've got leaders. I don't see him no greater than I see myself. I have to see myself in him, and he has to see himself in me. In Bantu,
Yes.
we must be.
Yes.
In Buntu,
Yes. Yes.
we must be.
Yes.
Sisonke, we must be. Mbogabo, we must be.
Ashe.
You see, so that's what I have to say. And, you know, humbly, thank you, elder citizen.
Thank you.
I'm always humbled when you call me up, and I can't say no, even though I have work to do. Because you call.
Thank you. Thank you.
But,
Thank you.
but I will say that when we think about, I heard things talking about Christian and this and that. We must remember, we are the foundations of all spiritual essence which is right to the world. Anything that they do, they're gonna they regurgitated what they came and found, or what we left when we left them behind, you see. So we must not think about these things in the framework of the Western context.
No.
It will keep us chasing our tail like a dog in a circle. We must focus on our root of our spiritual lives that came from the East in itself. Anything else is bastardized, huh?
Absolutely.
So let's not have these, really, to be honest. Let's not have these conversations about this is done this to us, this is done to this. The people of New Road today who are celebrating under, you know, some church here and some minister here, this is really no concern to me. Everyone has a right to decide their own destiny of where and how they serve in the fearness and trembling of their God. Every last one. But what we do here in this group with Citizen, who has the founder and the wisdom of this group, this is what we must focus on. It's the vision of why this platform is for us here, and what are we supposed to do with it. We could get caught talking in the shortcomings of this and that, and it goes to what? For what purpose, really? We will never convince everybody, but it's not for everybody. But our leadership now, now that's a different story, because we can gather those who want to be led to the right space. And that's what we must do. He says, many are called, you know, but only we who want to take the responsibility of leadership and carry the weight. It says, uneasy is the head that wears the crown. We don't expect this to be easy, and we can't believe that we convince anybody to do anything. We share and we let people make decisions for themselves.
Indeed.
This way you have no resentment. No resentment with a choice that somebody makes. They lose a finger, they lose an arm. They say, oh, you convinced me to come on the journey. No, I asked you. You had a choice. You could have stayed home and tended the pigs if you want to. It's your choice. So we must, you know, we must respect choice. And we must get on and bring our best self, of no matter what faith, no matter what spirituality you choose to do. We must bring the best of that to this platform. It doesn't need a name. It doesn't need a framework. It just needs to be the best person that you are, that you bring to the space. You give the best advice and we do the best action. Because that's the whole efficacy of your spiritual life. It's to benefit not just yourself, but our brothers and sisters. With that, Elder, thank you for your patience. Thank you for allowing me.
Thank you.
And I bid peace.
Peace.
Selante.
Selante.
Sesonke.
Peace.
Ubuntu.
Ashe. Ubuntu. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Unbogable.
Yes.
You're unstoppable.
Ubuntu. Thank you, Fresh TV Bermuda. Just tell us again, whereabouts are you joining us from? Just so people know in the connection, the strong connection there. Go ahead.
I join you from a place called Bermudas.
Wow.
Which is in the middle of the Atlantic, 500 miles off the coast of North Carolina, the United States, 3 hours away from Canada, 4 hours away, 3 hours from the closest Caribbean island.
Wow.
11 hours from Alcobulin, southern tip.
Wow.
We can hardly hear you.
Okay.
Greetings, greetings. We can
Okay.
hardly hear you. Can you turn your volume up a little bit?
I'm doing.
Hey, my sister.
Hello.
Hey, Bernard. Thank
Welcome,
you.
love
Okay.
you. I'm working, so I'm
Okay.
so glad you're here.
Okay.
Well,
Brilliant.
greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Just a little bit.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
there a volume issue?
I'm wondering. I'm trying to understand what's going on. But can you
Something's going on.
is that okay?
Because
Can you
whatever you did made it worse.
really? Hang on.
But while you work on it, I'm gonna do a public service
Yeah.
announcement.
Go ahead. I'll mute it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Greetings, everyone. I'm a mod in the space, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to do the public service announcement, which is we would really appreciate it if you would share the live. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, I see we have 13,000 likes already. That is fantastic. Let's keep tapping the screen. Let's keep tapping. Let's share the live, tap the screen, subscribe, follow, and check out the merch.
Yes.
There's merch.
Yes.
My favorite merch is that song, How Long?
Yes.
How Long?
Thank you.
So I don't know what's wrong with host Mike over there, because I know he got some fancy. It's going a little bit to the left. Oh, and another thing, when in this live, we have to be very careful to use TikTok friendly language.
Yep, very true.
TikTok friendly language, because they're so sensitive in here. You can hardly say anything. So let's talk like we talking to children when we talk to each other.
Yes.
So we don't put the live in jeopardy. So I don't know. I'm going to see if your mic is working now. What's the topic today, host?
We are talking about Ibrahim Traore building a set up construction company in Burkina Faso.
Oh, I'm so proud of him.
Yes, he's done a fantastic job.
Goodness.
So
every day, good things.
It's always good news. Good news all the time from him. Good news all the time.
I just love that man.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I love all those guys.
Yes, of course.
And we appreciate you bringing us here together so that the propaganda doesn't get started when they, continually try to do what they do to him. And that'll be part of it is propaganda. They will say things that are not true. But we already know because we meet here and talk about it on a regular basis.
Exactly.
All the wonderful things that he is doing.
Exactly.
Okay, Bilal, I'm glad to see you here.
Yeah.
Because some of y'all okay, I can't even say the name at the top. Anyway, this is a place of unity for Africans. Well, I'm going to just call us black people. I know that disturbs you, Bernie. Let it go. Black people all over the globe. Because we all get treated pretty much the same. Everywhere, we're treated poorly. Even out there in an island in the middle of the ocean. They just do it everywhere. So when other countries here I'm in the United States. So when people are done bad here in the U.S., and their country sees what happened to them, they hear that they've been mistreated. Their country step up to them and say, hey, what you doing? Why you treating my people like that? And if you do it again, we're gonna sanction you. Somebody's can we mute a cable on? Yeah. Echo. So they step up and they do that and protect their people and let the government here know we're not having that. But as black people, we don't have nobody nowhere that's going to step up for us. So they do it. They mistreat us. They continually mistreat us. Nobody steps up. There's no sanctions. There's no stories in the paper there. It's just they do it and walk away. So we that are not on the continent, we need Africa to come together so that we can possibly come home, enjoy home.
Absolutely.
So that we can be prouder. Because I've always been proud. I don't care what they say, because that's what they saw. When I look in the mirror, I don't see what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, they tried, and it worked with a lot of people. It just didn't work with me.
Good
I
point.
love me,
Good
and I
point.
love my people.
Yes.
The good, the bad, the ugly, all of them.
Yes.
Okay, my sister, somebody else talk now.
Well, wait a minute. I just came in and listened to a whole news story.
Yes.
That's a favorite thing of yours to stop me from talking.
No.
And
It's
what
not.
I'm trying to do here is boost us up,
Yeah.
raise us up, make sure we have pride in ourselves and know that we are capable, but we got to get a bit more willing. But these three guys behind you, host, these guys have already shown the way. It's already laid out. And every day I'm wondering, why are not others joining? They really need to come on in, participate, and protect. Okay, thanks for letting me say that a little bit. Okay, Balan, have you spoken?
No, she hasn't yet. She's next. Okay, Bland, you're next. I'll unmute you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for the announcement as well. Thank you. So Alkebulan, you're next. Go ahead. Alkebulan, let's hear from you. Thank you very much for joining as well. Let me unmute you this end. Hopefully you'll join us briefly. Okay, yes. Good. Welcome. And then we'll go to Ghostal. Go ahead. Welcome, my sister. How are you doing? Oh, unmute yourself again. Yep, there you go. No. Unmute again. Sorry, it will come off in a minute. It seems to be flickering. You will talk in a minute. Okay, can you try that now? Unmute. Alkebulan, it is not working for some reason. Go through 1 second, please. Let me just get her to join me. Okay. Alkebulan, go. Okay. Okay. Unmute yourself. I don't know what's going on. Let's try again. Can you?
I think you're both trying to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for her. I'll wait for her. You press it. Okay, you can open the mic. Let me try again. Okay, I've invited you. Now you can talk. Now try it again. Try it again. Yeah, you can try now.
She's still muted.
Yeah, if you unmute your end yourself, it will work now.
And so are you.
I know. I've opened it. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to press it. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, okay, you'll be open to do it in 36 seconds. So hopefully it should work. Just bear with me.
Yeah, there's a little lag.
Yeah, there's a little lag here. I can see that. Yeah. Okay, are you trying now? Okay.
There she is.
Yeah, now we got you.
Okay.
Welcome. I don't know what happened there.
That's hard. I couldn't open it.
I know. Welcome.
I have to go through the phone to open it.
Oh, okay.
Greetings, everybody.
Greetings, and welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here, Alkebulan. Go ahead.
Yeah, the energy is always high and it's beautiful. You know, I was so tired and I was saying to my daughter, oh, citizen in here, I have to get in, but I couldn't talk even because I was so tired. But she says, Mom, every time you go there, your energy lift up. And I say, yeah, because, you know, it's my heart, African heart. So,
thank you.
We have to unite it. We have to, the energy is there. That's why Ibrahim Traore is doing what he's doing. Wow. Even more we talk, positive vibration is going to go there. There is, unfortunately, there is a lot of people, from us, really, we are very negative. And it's because them eyes is closed still. So it doesn't matter if it's closed, they're going to open themselves, So it's only this little platform. Yeah. I can see every time I go in different platform, and me, I share yes. Everywhere. So I can hear your voice. I can hear even your name from others. Wow. The change. Yes, I can hear it. Even from the youth, really telling me this and that. Because the way I talk in here, I talk even there. It doesn't matter if they talk about love or other things, but still I'm saying, okay, Africa united, and I start like that, and we start, or religion or whatever. So the vibration is there. The vibration is there in everywhere. So let's do it more and more. And please share as much. Share all your followers. You know, I'm trying to do that. Share every day. We come in here, we have to share all. It doesn't matter if they get fed up, because they're gonna open it one time and see what's going on, why she keeps sharing it, you know. So we have to do that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Anyway,
You're
I'm
welcome.
here.
Thank you so much, and welcome, and thank you for sharing. And that's what we need to do. Thank you, Akibola. Thank you. We really appreciate you very much. We appreciate you. I'll meet you this end. Okay, thank you for that. And that's what we need. As you're watching, please, can you take a minute to subscribe and give the platform, and also the panel? Please, when you're watching the panel, we would like to see people give the panel, especially when they're making comments and powerful, comments that actually resonate with you. Acknowledge that. Let that vibration hit you, so that you respond, and you because what we want to do is we want those positive energy to reverberate across Africa, to actually bring about that change that we want to see with our ancestors, sending the vibrations across the whole of Africa, indeed in the melanated world. So we need that work. So it's really important that you gift the platform and gift all of the panelists who are speaking. Earth Angel, welcome. 1 second, I'll come back to you briefly. Let me go to the first person here. But it's a pleasure. Aderemi, welcome. I'll come to you briefly. 1 second. Yeah, thank you. Let me go to Gosul Onye. And I'll come back to you, Aderemi. I'll come back to you. Thank you. Yes, Gosul Onye, I'll unmute you. What would you like to say? Gosul Onye, I think I'm up. Gosul Onye, I hope I'm saying it right. Can you unmute yourself and let's hear from you? It's a pleasure to have you on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We are here to enlighten, to educate, to empower, to let us see that collectively we are unstoppable and Africa is on the move, and we must really take the steps to make that continue to happen every step of the way, supporting the likes of Ibrahim Traore as a Migota and General Chair.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear from you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Citizen AY.
Thank you.
Yes, I appreciate the platform, appreciate the hosts, and I appreciate everyone that have spoken so far, and those that will speak, will still speak. This is something that we've always looked forward to. We have been, for very many decades, we have been looking forward to the time where our people will begin to understand our place and begin to understand what's going on across the world and how that impacts us as a people, especially within the circles, within geopolitics. I am happy that today, in our generation, that people are beginning to find their feet, that we're beginning to see that we must, as a people, we must begin to see how things are happening around us, and then begin to see that we have a duty and a responsibility to our own people. So it is a great awakening. It's a wave of information going around. I will encourage our people. I will encourage every African, wherever they are, every Afro person, wherever you are, to stay alive to this responsibility, to be awakened, to continue to press on, to continue to stay informed with the trend of things, that we as a people must liberate ourselves. And for us to liberate ourselves, we must understand the source of the problem. We must have the fundamental knowledge for which every human being is expected to have, to be, So Mother Nature made it possible that every species, every human must recognize their duty here, which is to come and expand, to come and, make life better for your own species, to expand your number and to dominate. That's the primary assignment from Mother Nature. That if you do not recognize that you have to expand yourself, you have to create systems to sustain your people, sustain yourself, you will inevitably go into extinction. So that's the assignment of Mother Nature, and every African must understand this. It is a fundamental knowledge. It is upon this knowledge that every other experiences will thrive. We must recognize that life is made up of preys and predators. So we must strive not to be the preys. We must strive as a people not to be the preys. We must strive not to be the preys. So there is the structure of of nature is that there are people that will always be at the top of the food chain, and there are people that will be at the bottom of the food chain. That's how other races say it. That because African people had lost their way, they've lost this very fundamental message that you must struggle to be at the top of the food chain, not at the bottom. Because if you're at the bottom, the rest of the races would think would want you to go into extinction. They want to remove you. They want to take what belongs to you. They want to remove you by every means necessary. So Africans must understand it, that we have a duty. We have a duty to assert our presence here. We have a duty to tell Mother Nature that we have not come to go into extinction, that we have come to increase our number. We have come to create our own systems to sustain ourselves. We must remind ourselves this at every point in time. It is our duty. That is why we are celebrating men like the Alliance of Sahel. These men have begun to see the light. And we must follow suit. We must continue to support them. Unalloyed support. We must support them, because the rest of other races, they have been playing us. They have been thinking that we're all, we can't understand what's going on. But we are excited that we have men like Ibrahim Traore and a number of all of them that are waking up to begin to see the need and the responsibility that they have in the lives of their people. So we must take a step. We must basically look upon them. We must also continue in this educative endeavors that we have embarked upon to continue to educate. Education is key. Platform like this enables us to come to assemble from around the world, to ventilate, to iron out those salient points, those issues that are necessary, for us to know and for us to deal with. So once again, I am happy that we are convening. I'm happy that we are beginning to understand what the problem is, and then we'll continue to come together to brainstorm solutions towards it. Thank you, AY. I'll stand by until we get into the topic. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Well said. I like the way you put all of that together. Gossife. Gossife Onye, thank you so much. I like the way you put all of that together. And I like what you said. You said we have not come to go into extinction. And I want everybody to hold on to that. We have not come to go into extinction. And that is something that it should be a motivating factor for all of us. And we must no longer allow ourselves to be stepped on. We have to just resonate at a higher level, vibrate to a higher level. And that is what we must do. And that means that all of us need to be part of that process of vibrating to a higher level through our collective action to free ourselves from the bondage that we are in. And a lot of us seem to think, some people seem to think, oh, if I'm okay in that bondage and others are suffering, this doesn't connect to me. No. We are all connected. With all your billions, if you notice, as a billionaire, as an African, you will still be viewed in the same way. You will still, your passport and everything can be taken from you. Doesn't preclude you from actually getting exempt from anything. So we need to really understand that it is time for us now to actually make sure we defend ourselves. Nobody's doing it for us. The other races defend themselves. We must collectively defend ourselves, particularly on our continent, and make sure that we get the benefit from our resources underneath our feet. Rightly so, without any apologies to anybody. It is time for us to do that. So thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Let me go to Archangel. I'll bring our cable back in again. Archangel, welcome. Aderemi, welcome. Aderemi, let's hear from you. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure being here. And I am spreading the word on my platforms. There's a brother I have on Facebook. He's a Pan-African. I've known him for years now, and he's always stood on the same grounds that we're standing on. I begged him yesterday to create a TikTok page because everything he has to say, he's actually writing a book right now. on this subject.
Yeah.
And everything he has to say will add so much flavor to our team. So I've just sent him an invite, and I'm hoping he's awake right now. He lives in Delta State in Nigeria.
Okay. Yes.
His name is Oyinski, and I'm hoping that he'll come on and join us. But he has a strong voice, and he also has a plan as to how we can eradicate this indoctrination that we've all been subjected to all our lives. So I can't wait for him to come on board.
Fantastic. Obviously, I think I might have followed somebody. I think you sent me something, and I've actually followed somebody called Oyinski.
Oyinski, yeah.
Yes, I think I followed him. Because as soon as I get any information, I don't wait around. Because look, each of us need all of us. That is my motto. Each of us needs all of us. This is not a job for one person. It's a job for all of us. Now, we'll have different roles to play, but believe you me, we need to take on those roles and do it. So thank you so much for the work you're doing and for the enlightening that you're doing and the passion that you bring to this project of ours to free our cable land. Yeah, I know it's people say African, but I'm more comfortable. And I love when my brother Fresh TV Bermudia said our cable land. It's straight away, that means that message is cutting through. It's cutting through. People know what is really going on. And we are reclaiming our land, rightly so as Africans, to free Africa. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. There is much work to do with our youths to make sure that we continue to give them that awareness in the communities, to make sure that they know all of this important information that we're bringing, such as this now. I mean, just think about the vision this man has brought in. He knows that we need engineers, and he does not want to depend on foreign engineers. He wants those people who are going to benefit from those infrastructures, those buildings, to be the same people that are going to build it, because they will do it with care, with passion, and they'll be thinking long term of the coming generations. And that is so important. Okay, I'm bringing you back in. Yes. So I'm really, really glad that is happening. Again, for those of you who are joining, so you know, Ibrahim Traore has set up a construction plant whereby they'll be doing everything to do with construction. The things they will need to be able to construct roads, bridges, and all the equipment and everything. They're going to teach people, train people from polytechnics to go into that area and actually be the engineers that we will be using, that they will be using in Burkina Faso. They will not have to wait for engineers from Poland or from Russia or from US. No, they will be homegrown engineers. That is the radical psychological thing, a rethink, and that is something we need to applaud. It's very important that we continue to share the message. This platform is aimed at sharing very good message about our leaders, about the AES, because we know that the mainstream media. I was watching the news this morning, and they were saying it's trying to spread a rumor that, there has been some fallout somewhere and everything else. And I just said, you can type whatever you want. We don't believe in what you are saying. We are in control of our own narrative. How many Africans go around bad-mouthing any of the European businesses in Europe, trying to bring it down? None of us do that. But you target or leaders. We don't do that. But you target leaders who are trying to stand up for their people. So this is why we cannot trust the mainstream media. Please do not, as an African, do not trust the mainstream media. Do a lot of research yourself. And then, of course, use platforms like ours to get the authentic information about, Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine, I think. So we need to get authentic information ourselves from platforms like ours, because we are here to spread the news, the good news about good leadership that is in Africa. You will never hear about good leadership like this on BBC, on CNN, or you won't hear it, or DW or France 24. All they want to project, and what they've been projecting to us, is that all the negative leadership that they've actually put in place for us. But now it's on us now to remove those leaderships, because Ibrahim Traore, Asimigota and General Chani, they've shown us how to do it. So we need to use our head. Thank you very much, Alkebalan. Let us use our head. It is really important. Linda, you want to say something? I'll pause for a second.
Yes,
then I'll go.
yes, I'd like to say something. I was in a live earlier this morning, listening to some young people talk. And the young people seemed quite confused. Of course, I had to tell them about your line. So I brought you up there, but I also brought up to them because one of them stated that he's a teacher and his subject is history. So I brought up a couple of subjects. One was the King Leopold letter, and the other was the Berlin Conference. So when I asked him to briefly just tell us a little bit that he knows about the King Leopold letter, we didn't actually get a good response from that. So I pulled it up myself. Now the letter's kind of long, so I summarized. That man sent these people over here, missionaries, with a book in their hand and told them, look, they already know about God. You're going to have to trick them. I don't care how you do it. Don't without those resources.
Exactly.
So they were like, what? Could you say that again? I want to record it. And then I had to go a little further and say, my goodness, don't you all are holding a device in your hand. Don't listen to me. Every phone has Google on it. Go Google it. Read it yourself. Read the whole thing. Come back and tell me what you think it means. Because do you know they got off of the subject of politics and went into religion, and the Muslim guy started talking about his religion. Another one started talking about, well, whoever finds the land first.
No.
Y'all done lost. You know when I say focus all the time?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm telling you that you have been mistreated in the past. Teach it to the children so it won't be repeated. And they went into a long conversation about religion. But this is a Muslim thing. And if you find some land, you're supposed to take it. And but the Christians, and I was like, oh my God.
No.
They're all off topic already. So yeah, they might need to have these conversations and the education. Stop spending all that time with the youngsters in school talking about various religions and try to focus on what happened, how it happened, who did it, what was the mistake you made, and how not to do that again.
Absolutely.
Be aware. You got to know.
Absolutely. You're right. You are so right. Thank you for that. And you see, what we I want to re-emphasize that point. What we must do is we need to be obviously, and it is so important, Linda, what you just did, Miss Linda LJ, for what you just did now. A teacher not knowing these facts is actually a dangerous thing, because the teacher would believe what he was taught and is not thinking for himself to see what his pupils need in that environment. He's giving them information that's been taught that is not fit for his environment because he's not done enough research. And that is why we need every African to have this information. It's not about hating. It's not about getting angry. Like I said, anger is a negative emotion. Love is a powerful emotion that can achieve so much more. But what we want to do is to know that history and never forget that history, because we don't want it to what? Repeat itself, like Linda said just now. It is so important, and we need to carry on in that vein. I can't overemphasize that. Thank you so much for that. And as you said that, I just quickly picked up that that King Leopold, because I always like to have information at the fingertips. Please, I encourage you, read it. I'll just read a section. It says here, and this is, please, I'm not going to veer off topic. I'm just showing you. Reverend fathers and their complement, the task is given to fulfill very, let me see if I can squeeze it, very is delicate and requires much tact. You will go certainly to evangelize, but evangelize must inspire. Straight away, the interest is about themselves, it's not about Africa. So again, you letter, it's out there. Let me see one word that is said. Please, when you hear those words, I don't want you to be angry. I want it to motivate you to want to make sure that Africa is free. Every part of Africa is free. And I mean free as in we start benefiting from our resources. We start ensuring that our people are protected and are respected. That is the object of what we're trying to do here. So let me just read something here. Your action will be directed essentially to the younger ones, for they won't revolt when recommendation of the priest is contrary to their parents' teachings. The children have to learn to obey what the missionary recommends. Who is the father of their soul? You must singularly insist on total submission and obedience. Avoid developing the spirit in the schools. Teach students to read and not to reason. Let me stop it there. I'm not going to go any further. You get the drift. The point I'm making here is this. The point I'm making is that we have to be very, very clear that the history that we have been taught, myself included, has been a false history. We need to come back and do the work. And that means that we're sharing information to awaken our souls, our minds, to be able to reason out of the box that they placed our mind. They have literally placed our mind in a box. You know, yeah, nature lover, Leopold letter. So that is, I might come and read that letter separately some other time, but I didn't want to, I don't want to veer off topic, because what we're trying to do here is to talk about the great work being done by Ibrahim Traore, even as we speak, even as they are trying to unalive him and everything else. And they will fail. And they will fail because all of us now, we are resonating all the great work he's doing across Africa. We're sending this positive vibration that is waking up all the Africans, and other leaders will emerge. I need you to believe, to not believe. I need you to know this. The work we are doing here is to resonate enough in Africans that other African leaders will emerge in the puppet lands, and then emerge and then begin to do exactly what Ibrahim Traore of Mali is doing, and Burkina Faso is doing, Assimi Goïta of Mali is doing, and General Chiani of Niger is doing. So we need to do this work. It is important we get this in the ether. This is why this platform is important. Don't worry about the low numbers. The message is getting out there because we know they're deliberately reducing our numbers. We're not worried. We will continue. So thank you very much for that, Linda. I'm really grateful. I wanted to just do something quickly. Okay, everybody's spoken. I want to go and talk about another subject briefly. There is a man in this picture which I'm going to show you. This man here, I'm going to make it bigger. His name is Guy Marius Sagna. Guy Marius Sagna. Have you found him yet? Earth Angel, is he back? Is he here? Earth Angel, is he here? Oh, hang on. Adiremi, is he here? Is the guy, is he here? The guy that you wanted to bring. Do let me know if he's here. I'll bring him up and he can say a few words. Because all of us, and likewise, anybody that's watching, you're welcome to really speak and join. You know, it is very, very. Temitope, oh, thank you very much as well. I've seen her before, and I might bring you back up. So anyway, we'll carry on. So this guy here, his name is, he's from Senegal. His name is Guy Marius Sagna. Now, you know what happened? This is yet proof why ECOWAS is not working. ECOWAS has failed. And I do hope many of you will please share the broadcast and resonate with us. Continue to share. Thank you so much, those of you following us. Thank you for the likes, and those of you on YouTube, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Continue to like, share the broadcast, and we welcome super chats as well. And let help us. All the help, we need your help, because we want to print information, documents out, constitutions out in local languages in all 54 countries to wake up our people to know their rights and be able to exercise those rights. Now, this guy here, his name is Guy Marius Sagna. He's a great guy. He is in the ECOWAS parliament. Do you know that the Togolese president, because he came and he speaks for all Africans, this guy stands up and speaks for all Africans. He talks about the things that others don't want to hear. The fact that our kids are hungry and they should do something. He says, for example, oh, you guys, the kids are hungry in our country and you're only spending 3 minutes to discuss the problem. We need to solve, and there's no action plan. So we need to please, I'm following him already. His name is Guy Sagna, Guy Marius Sagna. Now, the thing is that, like I said, the Togolese, he went to Togo because he was invited to come and speak as an ECOWAS man. Would you know that the president of Togo organized for people to go and beat this guy up? They literally beat him up. I'll show a short video. I'll see. I don't know how safe. I don't want TikTok to take it down. But there's a short video where you will see what happened to him. And that's because he's speaking up for Africans. What I'm saying is that when they say Africans are not, they're not, what do you call it? They don't have any, we're not good at speaking up or doing the right thing. You know, it is not true. This guy, he's in Senegal. And in the parliament in Senegal, it speaks truth to power. Again, in the ECOWAS, it speaks truth to power. And do you know what? When he was beaten up, the ECOWAS they said, oh, sorry that it happened. We hope he recovers. And they are not even addressing the president of Togo that organized his beating up. You know, what sanctions are they putting on Togo? Again, these are, you know, these are the things. Let me see. Okay. So these are, this guy here, please go and follow him. I'm going to show his picture briefly. I will see if I can show you. I want to let me see if I can actually play that video. I'm going to try and play the video for you because it's very important. So this is the guy here. So this is by another friend, a YouTuber. Her name is Adiola. She's a Nigerian also. But I felt it was very good to watch this. So I'm going to play it and then we'll watch. The point I want you to know is this. The key point, the reason why I'm raising this is because I want us to know that in Africa, there are a lot of Africans who are already standing up. We need to encourage each other to stand up. They have, you know, they have to encourage each other to stand up. Linda, welcome. Okay, I'll come back to you. Let me just show this video now. So this guy, remember his name is Guy Mario Sagna. Let us put that up. So here we go. I'll play that. Okay.
Guys, did you hear that an ECOWAS official was beaten up in Togo? Hey, Fanta! Let me rephrase that so that you can understand. A Senegalese lawmaker, who has been very outspoken about corruption in his own country, Senegal, and in other African countries. Think of any lawmaker that you appreciate in your own country, you know, like Nigeria. Somebody that stands with the people, but is also a member of the ECOWAS parliament, now going to Togo as an ECOWAS official and getting beat up by thugs sent by the Togolese government. While I said, don't beg me, while I'm actually, can you imagine?
So watch.
What's up, my people? It's your girl Adiola. Today we're talking about ECOWAS. That is why I'm wearing green. Let me move back for you to see this glory. You know, a glory that ECOWAS does not have. Yes, let me turn around so you can appreciate the work of the Lord. My people, meet Senegalese lawmaker, 45-year-old Guy Marius Sonia. This is the way it's written, but it's pronounced Guy Marius Sonia. This one has been arrested, well, too many times to count. He's been imprisoned for speaking out against the government in Senegal, for protesting for what the common man wants. So the people of Senegal, they know him real well. He's like the Julius Malema of Senegal. And because he's not just protesting, sometimes he sticks the ballot box at the floor of the National Assembly, like when his fellow lawmaker refused to show up on a day that they were voting and another lawmaker was trying to vote for them. So it was like, hell no. I know, right? The most interesting one was the time that their former president, Macky Sall, was trying to extend his tenure. Did you guys remember that time? And they asked lawmakers to vote to change the constitution so the president could extend his tenure. This man was like, hell no, what nonsense? You cannot extend your tenure. So when it was his time to vote, when it was his time for him to cast his votes, they literally had a ton of soldiers surrounding him because they knew what he would do. And he doesn't just fight for what is right in Senegal, he fights for all of Africa. He's a Pan-African. Now, since he became a member of the ECOWAS parliament, this man goes to every ECOWAS session spilling out the truth, whether or not they wanted to hear it.
C'est pour ça qu'on nous annonce que nous avons 49 millions de citoyens qui vont être menacés de soudure. Ils n'auront pas à manger. 16 millions d'enfants de moins de 5 ans. Ce pas nos enfants. Ce ne sont pas nos enfants. Si c'était nos enfants, on n'allait pas accepter 3 minutes de temps de parole. C'est parce que ce ne sont pas nos enfants qui sont menacés. de malnutrition aiguë que nous acceptons 3 minutes. Et c'est ça qu'il faut changer.
Hey, you see, that is the kind of people that we need to represent us. He will tackle his colleagues literally about what is happening in Mali, in Ivory Coast, in Cameroon.
On parle de sécurité alimentaire, mais il faut aller vers la souveraineté alimentaire. Parce que la sécurité alimentaire, c'est quoi? L'essentiel, c'est que nos populations mangent, peu importe si ce qu'ils mangent viennent de la France, viennent des États-Unis, de la Chine ou de la Russie. On reste dépendant. La CEDEAO doit aller vers la souveraineté. Et c'est ça que la jeunesse africaine hurle et crie. Et nous restons sourds à cette jeunesse.
He's constantly advocating for the freedom of the francophone countries in Africa. Like all the countries that were colonized by France, you know, they are still not free from France. So he's constantly saying as ECOWAS, we should ensure true freedom and this country should have their own currency.
Africa, we need to decolonize our minds and stop saying we are poor, we are impoverished by our own regimes and presidents who make poor decisions, misappropriate, create funds, follow IMF and World Bank policies and maintain colonial currencies like the CFA franc.
Honestly, more people should know about what this man is doing and the fact that he's fighting for them. In fact, one time like that, an Ivorian lawmaker presented a report about poverty in West Africa. And this man got up and said, point of correction, what our people are experiencing is not poverty, it is impoverishment, abject poverty, which is worse than poverty.
Le titre du document que vous nous avez présenté, c'est État des lieux, pauvreté et inégalité en Afrique de l'Ouest. En réalité, le titre devrait être État des lieux, appauvrissement et non pauvreté. Appauvrissement et inégalité en Afrique de l'Ouest.
And then he said, more importantly, if the people are impoverished, we must also talk about those who are impoverishing the people, which is our president. He's like, why are we not talking about those responsible?
Mais pourquoi vous n'osez pas dire appauvrissement? Parce que qui a appauvri l'Afrique? Ce sont nos présidents. Et vous ne voulez pas fâcher nos présidents. Vous ne voulez pas que l'Afrique soit...
Thank you, my father. As expected, that did not go well with our Madame from Togo, you know, the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. She's a lawmaker from Togo. Madame's story is for another...
Please take note of what the president, the deputy president of ECOWAS is about to say. And this is why we're saying ECOWAS is not fit for purpose. Take a listen. Again, this is Adeola on YouTube. She's a great person, and I do follow her as well. And I thought it was worth sharing. So credit to her for this video as well. Thank you. Go ahead.
Guys, I mean, she's the first female speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, and people were literally celebrating that, oh, we finally have a female speaker. She's actually there to represent the interests of Fonya and Singbe, that is their president in Togo, presently the longest ruling family in Africa. Remember that his father was president for 38 years. Next year, it will be 20 years since the son has also been the president of Togo. So one family for more than 50 years. These are some of the issues that brings up at the ECOWAS. This man from Senegal, he's always talking about this, which is why the Madam Speaker does not like the man. So Madam now started saying, what's your language? Control your language.
Mais pourquoi vous n'osez pas dire appauvrissement? Parce que qui a appauvri l'Afrique? Ce sont nos présidents. Et vous ne voulez pas fâcher nos présidents. Vous ne